when we had a discussion. I don't know what it was, but it was extremely difficult for me to deal with whatever emotions and thoughts that I was experiencing at that moment. It was just when the pandemic had hit, and there was a lot of confusion and chaos and uncertainty. So that was something that had hit me a lot. I understand that people feel happy when good things happen. People feel sad or low when things aren't going their way. But what had happened to me just when the lockdown began is something very different from what used to happen if I was ever sad about something, or if I was, a little low on my emotions sometimes. What had actually happened is I had totally lost interest in whatever I was doing. I could not think clearly, and I used to feel zoned out. And that was a very period. And brief period in the sense, of course, the first few months of the lockdown. That was when it hit me so bad. I didn't know what was happening to me. I didn't know what was happening around in the world, how many people would live, how many people would die. So, there was so much uncertainty. That uncertainty was killing me. So I will not say that I got diagnosed for depression or something like that, but then I was in a very depressed phase of my life. Um, and what I resorted to was what I felt, because generally I keep journaling whenever I have had some experiences in life which were too much for me to cope up with. So I have always written it down. So this journaling process I started when I felt I could not channelize anywhere. Whatever emotions, whatever thoughts I had, I was unable to channelize it anywhere. I could not talk to anyone. I mean, even if I had to talk to anyone, that somebody else would be probably, on a different tangent altogether. Sometimes it used to be that the other person is not at all affected by what was happening, or sometimes it used to happen that uh, the person ahead is saying, yeah, yeah, even we are dealing with this, and we don't know how to deal with it. So it was on a very superficial level that I could try to convey, because when you know it's always that when we are feeling very low, it's always advised that we need to talk to someone, a close friend, or someone you're close to. But then the entire world I felt was uh, going through those emotional doldrums and bouts of uncertainty, where I didn't feel that I should be talking to someone, and I started journaling. The journaling process took some time. Like, I went on writing every day what I was feeling, what I was looking around. The journaling process helped me, maybe just to a very minimum extent. Maybe I should say 5% or 10%. But then, as I kept on writing, as I kept and since I was writing, I just wanted to know more and more of what was happening around me, so that I could keep on writing about that also, and write about my own feelings. But at the end of 3 months, I felt that even journaling was taking a toll on me. Even writing about what I was experiencing, even thinking and writing about uh, each and every experience that I was having at that moment of time, was killing me all the more. I don't know, I felt I was going into an abyss. It was like going into an abyss and not seeing any light anywhere, and didn't know where I was what I was drowning into. But thankfully, 3 to 4 months later, I started totally stopping. I mean, totally stopped thinking about what was happening around, and I just shifted my thoughts towards something more creative. I started listening to more music. I started practicing my Kathak that I normally used to, which I had totally stopped. Of course, initially it was very forcefully that I had to bring about my movements, but I think those forced movements helped me get distracted from all that was disturbing me. And I don't know what is clinical depression, I would like to say, but what I felt during those 3 4 months, those initial 4 3 4 months, or yeah, around 3 to 4 months, was a very very what should I say, uneasy phase of my life. Very uneasy. I don't know what it is. I've never faced anything like that before, nor I wish to face anything like that, because it's very disturbing. But thankfully, uh, my passion for Kathak helped me, shift my focus from what I was feeling, from my emotions, towards something that I was liking to do. And that's how I moved out of it. And grateful to God also that I could get out of it, because it was a very difficult phase that I had experienced. And that is when I met some people who put me on to this group of proud depressives. I'm so glad that I joined you all, and I understood how people have been dealing, how most of us, have been dealing with situations where certain chemicals, ruin the entire setup of our lives. Certain chemicals in the brain, I mean to say, disturb us so much. But yes, I would always say that as much as possible, one needs to get out of this situation. Try to push yourself out. But when it becomes very, very serious, I know you can't do without medicines, you can't do without a therapist. And maybe that is the